like, who, White Mama, what do you want to say, who you are, and then go to me last, my friend.
Damn, intro fail, man. We're already streaming right now. But let me tweet the link out because we're gonna wait on a few people joining first.
Yes,
Oh,
my friend.
Lamar got me losing my brain right now. I've been up since like 3:45 a.m., bro.
I
Oh
don't know.
man.
Every
What?
every time I tried to connect my audio, like the audio wouldn't audio wouldn't come in for when I joined the voice chat. It's really weird.
Weird?
Yeah.
Yeah, that is weird.
Alrighty. Okay, folks. We are live. We got Juan posting a comment. The first comment, how's it going, yo? It's just going, yo. So I am joined by my peers here. I've got White Mamba with me.
What up?
And yes, you already know him. He's been playing WWE 2K25 or any of the 2K games for that matter for the last few years. And also I've got the Dragon. What, I don't even know what the appropriate introduction for you is, Lamar. Why don't you go ahead and introduce yourself? What?
What?
I'm wearing my Austin shirt. I'm hoping that he would have done.
What? Are you
Dude,
saying what to me? What?
I'm wearing my rock sock.
You wearing your rock shirt?
Yeah.
Okay. Is that all you have to say, Lamar?
No, my friend, I'm trying to tell you something, but it is not computing to you.
Oh. It's okay. What the hell?
What the hell?
I am the best in the world. I've been the best ever since day one. In this microphone, in that ring, even in commentary.
When does
Trust
CM
me when I
Punk?
tell you, I am the hottest property in this industry today. Nobody can touch me. The only thing that's real is me, day in and day out. I am the best
Okay.
in the world.
That's
Do I
we
have
understand
everybody-
you're the best in the world, my friend. We get
I
it.
indeed am the best there is in the world at what I do, but when they call you such, they have a name for you, and that's Lamarjima, the dragon of the night. Don't enter the den unless you want to get burned, and that's who I am. Thanks for having me back, by the way, PJ, once again. It's always fun. It's always a blast. I'm excited to talk to you guys about the events that has been transpiring leading into Vegas this year. I'm so fucking excited.
No
Yes,
comment.
With that long introduction,
Yeah,
you
what
finally
an
got to the
intro.
point. All right, let's read some comments. It's that time. You know it. Yes, John Webster. Yes, it is. What's up, Psychosis? Haven't seen you in the chat in a very long time. John Webster is also asking a question. What do you think of long gap between Elimination Chamber and WrestleMania? You know, we're trips in. There's so many changes. Subtle changes are fine. Big changes are like, they're kind of hard to adapt to. There's a lot of people still adapting to these changes. Another one is the fact that every pay-per-view is sold as like the big PLE anywhere you go. Even the St. Louis, Missouri Backlash pay-per-view is kind of like a big deal because I'm sure it will be sold out show. 100,000% it will be. Things are not like what it used to be. Everybody's wrestling every fourth week. They build up every single match. If they don't wrestle on Raw, they will wrestle on SmackDown. If they don't wrestle on SmackDown, they will wrestle on Raw. If they don't wrestle in those first 2 months of pay-per-view, they'll wrestle on the third one. It's a weird day of time that we're living in this age. A lot of things are changing, and this is one of them. The long gap. European tour used to take place after WrestleMania. European tour is taking place before Mania this year. So how about that? All right, let's get on with the next question, and then we'll start talking. I want to knock out a couple of questions real quick. PJ, what is your favorite wrestling video game of all time? I always say this. I think Here Comes the Pain is a superior game than Shut Your Mouth, but Shut Your Mouth was my favorite game because I played that game more than Here Comes the Pain. I didn't get to play Here Comes the Pain until after I came to the States, and I missed like, I think I jumped onto SVR, and then I went back and played Here Comes the Pain. So I missed that 1 year cycle, if that makes any sense. But I did get a chance to play it like a couple of times here and there in between. But Shut Your Mouth, I actually had the time to play it. So I was like, I absolutely love that game. Okay, alrighty. So, WrestleMania is upon a lot is happening. There's already quite a lot that has happened since the last week. And I'm not even talking about like After Chamber. I'm talking about like Rhea Ripley dropping the title to Io, them setting up the three-way match. You want to start talking about that and then eventually lead into some of the bigger stuff later?
Yeah,
What do you think?
whenever you're trying to do this, your stream, man.
Let's do that. Let's talk about Io, Bianca, Naomi, Jade, and all that into the mix.
Yep.
I'll let you start off. Well, Mamba, how about you give me your opinion? I kind of want to hear what you have to say since you don't get to join here very often.
Well, I think Rhea's gonna turn heel, and I think that's common. That's just her actions and stuff recently has just been wild.
Mm-hmm.
I can't really comment about the Jade situation because I haven't been home to watch SmackDown for the past couple weeks.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
You haven't been watching the product?
I've been watching Raw, and I watched SmackDown last week.
Mm-hmm. So obviously you saw the Naomi segment, right?
Yeah, I saw that.
Yeah. I don't know. I have a weird feeling. You know how sometimes they get your attention off of that one superstar, so in that way they can show you, hey, maybe Rhea is the one who is a heel. I think it's a swerve. I think somehow Bianca is going to be a heel as well. She's going to join forces with Naomi. I don't know why here lately I've been thinking out of the box. I like to think of the most wildest imaginations. And they do this stuff. Okay, a year ago, if you were to tell me that The Rock was going to show up with Travis Scott, they're going to have a segment against Cody Rhodes like this, and John Cena is going to turn a heel, you would fucking slap me in the face and be like, you are a fucking idiot for thinking of that. I mean, am I too crazy to think that Rhea is just in distraction, that she's giving us heel vibes, but honestly, it's Bianca who's acting so overly nice about this, but Bianca's actually going to turn on Jade as well somewhere down the road, helping out Naomi?
I wouldn't be surprised about that.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised
what you just said.
Yeah.
But you will right about John Cena turning heel.
Yeah. Well, I was only right because I heard about it and I was like, yeah, it might happen. What do you think, Lamar, of the whole situation?
Honestly, I think I'm just keep it simple. I think it's obvious what we might see. I think it's partially what you're saying, but I'll break it down into simple terms for everybody. I think Rhea is going to have a heel turn at WrestleMania, similar to what Mamba is saying in this triple threat. But it's going to be more of a style of Drew McIntyre, where it's going to be kind of anti-hero vibes to where, like you said, it's going to be a distraction. Like, everyone's going to be like, Rhea's a heel again. And then on the surface, I think they have Bianca win this championship. And the reason why is she needs to build up an eventual, what I'd assume be a Mania matchup against Jade for the title. Now they can do that. Since they stole my idea, I mean, come on, man. We can go back to that video discussion we did a year ago, where before they were even all together, even interacted, I said that they should, one, pair up Bianca and Jade in a tag team and let them win the tag team championships because they'll make some money off the ratchet assholes. And what happened? They took my advice and they did it. And was it successful? Yes, they did it twice. That's how successful it was. And it was so successful that they did it 3 times when they decided to have Naomi be the new ratchet asshole. Anyway, we're not going into it. The point is, I think Bianca wins this championship, and like you said, Rhea will be a distraction ultimately, but she's gonna be like a Drew McIntyre in terms of she's gonna have that anti-hero vibe more than heel, like tweener type of vibe more so.
I can see that. I can also see where Bianca doesn't turn heel per se at WrestleMania, but eventually after WrestleMania. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Leading into Jade's storyline.
Yeah, I see Lamar's point. I actually agree with that one.
Yeah. Thank you, Juan, for liking my Naruto hanger. But speaking of Io Sky and Bianca Belair and Rhea Ripley in a triple threat match, what do you think of that situation? Would you have rather seen a one-on-one Io versus Bianca, or you're cool with it having Rhea in the mix?
I'm gonna say this. I think Rhea should have gotten a title rematch against Io Sky. Like,
Yeah. Well, remember when I brought that up like a few weeks ago to somebody? Somebody was like, "Oh no, those days are gone," which I guess they are. The rematch clause does not make any sense.
I guess they all just lived and you get a rematch after losing the title to Rhea.
Yeah.
Well, the point is because these wrestlers they're afraid to step up and say like, all right, well, with the storyline, we're not just gonna walk away. Even if I lose, let me get a rematch. Like, this is what makes sense. Well, a guy like Punk will say that. A guy like Roman will say that. Eventually, he's gonna get his title match back. He's like, I never got my rematch, and that's how they'll let him get a championship match if he doesn't win a Royal Rumble or Money in the Bank. So I mean, there's guys and there's women that could do that. They just need to speak up.
Well, if the storyline is good, if they know they're worth it, if they have a lot of attention from the folks, the WWE Universe, then do the 3-part series match like every other storyline does, right? It makes sense. CM Punk
it does.
Rollins,
Drew McIntyre.
Drew McIntyre and CM Punk, sorry. Roman Reigns and Cody Rhodes. Then there's so many others, you know? Cody Rhodes and Seth Rollins.
Joe Biden and Trump.
11 o'clock in the evening doing the live stream for this. Yeah, I am Joe Biden, especially I've been up since 3:45 a.m. So my brain is all over the place. Yeah, I mean, I'm fine with it as well. Although I wouldn't mind seeing a one-on-one matchup where Bianca would face Io Sky afterwards if Bianca wins.
My friend,
like on a Monday Night Raw.
Let's be real. We all want to see Rhea go into Mania champion. Triple H loves him some Io Sky, so he let her win championship. She's cool. But a singles match, Io Sky versus Bianca Belair, yawn. Rhea Ripley's going to make that match interesting because she should already be in the match.
Didn't they have like a WrestleMania match, or am I tripping about Io Sky and Bianca?
Io and Bianca?
Yeah.
Or was it Kabuki Warriors versus those Jade Cargill, Naomi, and Bianca last year?
Yes, that is what happened. Yes.
I was thinking they had a singles match, but I was thinking about the tag team. The tag team match last year.
It was a tag team match last year. Yep.
Yep.
So, and I'm steering away from the main card matches right now. So, what would happen with Jade Cargill and Naomi?
Jade Cargill is going to have a Goldberg squash match because you got to think about it. Yes, you got to think about it. It's because they're going to want to. So she needs revenge, and we also need to make time for the triple threat match. Which triple threat match? I'm talking about another triple threat match, where I'm sure we'll be talking about later in the main event of the stream.
Right.
Dude, I could see a squash match happening in WrestleMania.
You can see a squash match.
Or squash match, whatever.
So, all right, let's move away from the women's and let's talk about a possible ladder match. What do y'all think about the whole Intercontinental division right now. I feel like a lot of men are stepping into it. I know Braun Breaker, he's the champion. Then we have Finn Balor. Penta's already declared that he's going to be participating. Where does Dom fall into this place? Dom was like, what the hell?
Dom. You forgetting about the most crucial person, the one man who needs to have one last title run before he goes out, and that is the phenomenal AJ Styles.
I
I
forgot.
think this is AJ's moment, man.
Mm-hmm.
He deserves
So do you
it.
think that we're going to have a ladder match? Because there's so many men chasing after Intercontinental belt, right?
I don't know, my friend. I mean, would Triple H take that risk?
I could see it happening. We had a what was like a fatal 4-way tag team ladder match last year.
Fatal
Yeah.
4-way. I forgot about that.
Yeah, between like the
It was a
DIY. Who else
yeah.
was in it?
Yeah,
Judgment Day.
it was a fun type of match, if that makes any sense. Not a serious storyline, but it was a fun match to watch. Everybody go at it. And Bubba Ray Dudley was the official,
Best,
right?
yeah.
Referee? Yep. Yeah, it was. So,
Was that last year or was that WrestleMania 39?
that was last year.
Okay.
Yeah, because
Yeah,
I was
that's
there.
the match. Yeah, that was the match I was thinking about.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I could see a ladder match happening between those guys for
Lamar.
Soul.
Do you see if that's what's going to happen? Do you agree with that, my friend?
I can see it if he wants to save time, but I think the best case scenario, we're going to see AJ versus Braun Breaker at Mania. No, sorry, my friend. Isn't Finn Balor going to get that? Finn Balor is going to have the demon.
That's what I was
versus
going to
Braun
say.
Breaker.
Finn Balor has to have a demon come out. So what's going to happen with the other people? Where does Penta fall into this? Is Penta not going to wrestle?
I think you can have a ladder match to have those guys showcase some sheets. I don't know, but I just don't.
Maybe
It depends on where Trips' mind's at.
maybe a matchup to decide who's going to be the next Intercontinental contender.
When is the last?
Possibly that
last-
could be that's the worst case scenario. I think.
Yeah, I mean, a Mania for a contenders match doesn't sound like it's real because you want to see the finale of everything at Mania, the ending of all the storylines.
No, not
right?
at Mania. I'm saying that would be at like a Raw or a SmackDown leading into Mania. They'd have that like #1 contenders match.
Yeah, I was
Can I-
talking about the Mania
Can I
match.
say this?
So go ahead.
When was the last time Finn Balor was the demon? Was that against Edge?
Oh, it's been a while.
Yeah, it was against
WrestleMania
Edge.
39.
Oh my! It's been that long.
Yeah, man. Thank you, Remnants. I appreciate it.
Yeah,
I
and
just
he's
had
about to
bring out
become
this
the-
Austin 316 shirt.
He's about to become the demon again to get jobbed out.
Yeah, like every time they brought out the demon, he has lost. Thinking about that match with Roman, that match with Edge.
Yeah,
Who
and
else
then
did-
there was a no finish of that one match where he got disqualified or something like that. I don't know.
Every time he brought that gimmick out, he's just lost.
Karikev. Yeah.
yeah.
But yeah, I still don't know exactly what they're gonna do with the Intercontinental Championship. Then the U.S. title, that we still don't have any storyline leading into Mania, right? All I know is that LA Knight is a champion.
Jimmy Uso, my friend. Jimmy Uso.
Jimmy Uso.
Or the Fatu.
Hell, let them go in a ladder match. I think that would be pretty interesting, don't you think?
Yeah, I can see it.
We're going to be talking about Stone Cold.
Triple
later.
threat match.
Triple threat match, okay.
Or fatal 4-way. Solo
you-
Sokola, the Fatu, and LA Knight and Jimmy. I think that is possible.
Do you think Solo Jacob will turn on each other before then?
Yeah, I think they could do that in that if they do a fatal 4-way that they can turn on each other in that match, and then either LA Knight or Jimmy, which I think it could be Jimmy. Honestly, they give him a singles title. I think Jimmy steals the victory after those two are distracted.
Well,
win the United States Championship.
either ways, I'm excited about how things are going to turn out. I wouldn't mind seeing one ladder match. I think it'd be interesting, especially if it has something to do with the people on SmackDown, like Jacob Fatu, LA Knight, and all those people, like even Solo Sikoa. I think it'd be pretty interesting.
Yeah.
But besides that,
Definitely.
I guess we'll find out within the next week or two, whatever they're going to decide to do. I guess they're going to start putting people in together for the matchup at Mania. So then we have DIY, and of course we have, all these other tag teams. Of course, Street Profits are finally the tag team champions. If they don't do a ladder match between them, they need to do a ladder match between these guys, the all fatal 4-way, the Pretty Boys,
Pretty deadly.
Pretty
And what
deadly,
about
DIY, Street
what
Profits.
what about Motor City Machine Guns?
Yeah, all these 4 tag teams, they can be in a fatal 4-way tag team TLC match or ladder match. I think that would be pretty interesting for them to showcase their abilities. I think they're going to steal the show. Yes.
Are you fantasy booking? How are we going to have time for all these ladder matches, my friend?
No. I'm saying one. We
I
need
think
to see
there's
one. Book one.
I think there's definitely going to be one ladder match.
Yeah.
But
I don't think it's going to be for the tag titles. I
don't
it's
think
more realistic for one of the singles titles.
Yeah, I agree.
Or
on
Money
that.
in the Bank.
Then there's Wyatt 6. Are they ever going to come back or no?
Yes.
I don't know.
Didn't Bo Dallas just get quilled?
Dude, they pulled Alexa Bliss from Fanatics photo ops. I have no idea why.
I saw that.
She doesn't want to get grabbed up by some weirdos.
By
That's
PJ.
Like PJ.
Not me.
PJ
No,
will
not
go
me.
in and be like, how low can I put my arm around you?
Oh,
Yeah.
Alexa Bliss, can I
Yeah,
please
by
marry
some-
you?
By some
Hey,
redneck.
Did you see, like, a few years ago, some fans sent a video in, right? I mean, like a paid video response from Alexa Bliss, and he asked straight up whether if she would date him, right?
Oh my god.
And Alexa Bliss straight up declined, like, in the most nicest way on the video. And it went viral, dude. I don't know.
That would be something Dill Pickle would do. I'm sorry, that would be something he would do.
We're
Dill
getting
Pickle.
sidetracked. Oh man.
Yeah, let's get back into the discussing.
All right, so we've discussed quite other matches besides the main event, right? I mean, the big elephant in the room is Roman Reigns, Seth Rollins, and CM Punk. You know, there's a lot of speculation. This can go thousands of different ways, and also this cannot go thousands of different ways. This can just be a simple match. And
What do you?
I am thinking. So my wild imagination makes me believe that this is more than just a triple threat match. Why are they having a triple threat match? Okay, every single men's goal was to main event WrestleMania. CM Punk says, my chance was taken away from all these individuals in the past, and now these 2 stepping stones are Roman Reigns and Seth Rollins. Roman Reigns has the same problem. He's been fighting all these people, and now CM Punk, he's a main problem, and so is Seth Rollins now. Seth Rollins has the same concern. You know, he's tired of this. He's saying that Roman Reigns need Paul Heyman to control this narrative, and he can't even do that. And yet here he is. He can't even be a main eventer or be a champion. Blah blah blah. So my thinking is that since WrestleMania is a 2-night event, I think they're gonna try to do a repeat somehow, and maybe not announce ahead of time, but somehow they're gonna swerve us and maybe have the favor come in somehow and put CM Punk in a matchup against John Cena and Cody Rhodes, where CM Punk will be the actual champion of
I was just
WrestleMania.
about to say that.
In my most wildest imaginations, I don't know how this could play out, but anything is possible in WWE. This is the WWE.
I was
But
gonna say,
how is
but
Paul Heyman
finish.
gonna make this happen? That's my question. I don't see the favor working in a way. Be like, hey, what is he gonna do? Whispering Nick Aldis's ear, be like, hey, put CM Punk in the match. By the way, but something needs to happen, like a huge swerve that can change the outcome of the main event, which is Cody Rhodes and John Cena. I like the part where everybody will be so focused, laser focused on one goal, and yet not knowing what could be the other outcome. Although that could not very well happen. It could just be Roman, Cody, and CM Punk. Sorry, Roman, Seth Rollins, and CM Punk. I'll let you guys talk, and then I'll, talk about this.
I was gonna say, I think what I could see happening is is Paul Heyman holding on Roman Reigns at WrestleMania, aligning with CM Punk. What do you guys think about that?
Yeah, I mean, like I
I think
said,
that's a very common thing people are saying, to be honest.
well, like I said, there's thousands of outcomes for this match, and this is another one. I mentioned one, Mamba mentioned one. I'm sure, Lamar, you're probably going to mention another one. So go ahead. Why don't you say what you have to say? What do you think the outcome is going to be, my friend?
I think it is obvious, my friend.
But if you wanna find me, please just send me location. Send me location.
CM Punk has the location. It's Vegas. What do we do in Vegas? We cash our chips in and we go all in. We go all in, okay? What is going to happen is that let's go into PJ's little timeline of a potential swerve of a championship match, someone being in it. Let's say the triple threat is supposed to be a normal match at first. Punk's favor comes into play when the winner of that match gets a championship match in the future for the WWE Championship or the World Championship. So let's say if Roman wins, he'd have it in another pay-per-view, pay-per-view of his choosing. Same with Seth. Now, if CM Punk won and aligned himself with Paul Heyman, that sets up for him to be able to do the unthinkable, and they can have a new quote-unquote Daniel Bryan moment, like you said, in the same night, right. Cash that opportunity in and face Cody Rhodes and John Cena, get his revenge on John Cena, and ultimately complete his goal, and as well cash in what he said on Cody Rhodes when he said, I'm not going to stab you in the back. I'm going to stab you from the front when you see it.
You're right. Okay. Leading into that, I want to add a lot to this, what you just said, right? I'm going to stab you from the front. The Rock dropping hints. The 1, 2, the cutthroat. And then him coming out Bad Blood, 1, 2, 3. And then Paul Heyman dropping the 3, 2, 1. CM Punk
is not the third member.
You're thinking CM Punk, but is not the third member. But what if he is? This could be the favor. The favor is, hey, put me in the match because I want to sell my soul. I will do anything now because CM Punk is tired of fighting all these people and he is done for it. He's going to do anything to get his hands on the title and win at WrestleMania because it's been 2 years since CM Punk has come back and he has not been able to get the title, or touch the title. So this is how this is going to work. CM Punk is going to cash in all his chips, like you said. He is going to ask Paul Heyman the favor. The favor is, I got you. You want the title match? I will ask the final boss. And he goes up to the final boss, and he gets him in the match in the main event of WrestleMania. So it's John Cena, Cody Rhodes, and CM Punk together. And that's when CM Punk is going to come out to be the champion.
My friend, if
that's the ending of Mania. That's going to be the biggest shocker.
Member, it is not going to be another old part-timer. It is going to be someone who can actually be there all the time and actually do shit. And you know who that will be?
let me.
Drew McIntyre. It would be Drew McIntyre. The Rock and Drew McIntyre are best buddies. You will see.
I like that too. I like that too. But the thing is that the whole thing with the group is not the group. It is all about just in the moment and the whole 1, 2, 3. The third is the 3 number is the third shocker that I'm gonna be providing you, and that's the cinema coming up at WrestleMania. That's the big swerve, the big like this is it. We're about to get shocked. That's what I am expecting. That's what I'm getting from what they are trying to do right now. Do y'all agree with this in the chat?
No, you need to tell Mr. PJ he is on crack right now, my friends.
PJ, I don't know about that idea. That sounds a little bit wild.
Okay.
But it's
They
not.
cannot have
It's
another
not.
third part timer. They need to have someone who's going to be there weekly and actually be able to have matches and be able to talk. And that is going to be someone like a Drew McIntyre or someone younger, like a Braun Breaker.
I was just about to say Braun Breaker. Like he would be perfect.
And now PJ's like, oh, I like that better. CM Punk's old and brittle.
No, I seriously think I do like the idea of Drew McIntyre, although they can save the favor. But what is the favor? What is the favor?
I just told
Lamar?
you, my friend.
What is
the
it?
favor? The favor is in that triple threat match. The winner gets a championship matchup they're choosing, like when they want and whichever title they want. And if CM Punk wins, he can do the crazy impossible and cash it in that night.
Who is granting the favor?
Paul Heyman.
But how is Paul? Who did Paul Heyman go up to? There's got to be a story that they're gonna.
Who care? Triple H. We don't care because Paul Heyman always. Listen.
That doesn't make sense. Though
No,
they have
not.
built up the favor. They have built the favor.
PJ, you're not
they
listening.
have built the
Paul
favor for the longest time.
Listen. How many times has Paul Heyman pulled some shit out of his ass and you have not gone, how did you do that? You just go, oh, it's Paul Heyman. That makes sense. He's the wise man. He's Paul Heyman. No, do not sit here and be like, that does not make sense. The favor is that he gets the championship match for whoever wins that match. And the thing is, he thinks either the possibility of Roman Reigns or CM Punk winning is higher, so he expects one of them to win, and they'll get the championship match. And his thing is, if CM Punk turns with him, that's the favor, is that he will get that match. My friend, you are like not understanding that. Like you're over here like, how does that not make sense? How does this make sense? It's Paul Heyman. He gets opportunities like that for clients so many times, including Brock Lesnar numerous times. That's why he's been able to come back and win a championship in his first night back against guys like Kofi Kingston. So do not play this. Who does he talk to? Talks to the boss, Triple H.
So you're saying, you know what would be even better? What you just said? Cool. By the way, when is that championship match going to be granted? At WrestleMania or afterwards?
I said, if for someone like Roman, he'll wait another pay-per-view. Same thing with Rollins. But I'm saying Punk would probably do the crazy impossible and do it that same night.
Okay. Here's another big kicker. Okay, so they don't explain how did he get the match, but we get the explanation in the main event when CM Punk comes out and he actually looks at The Rock and kind of like embraces it, like, and pretty much takes out Cody, saying like, hey, he's the one that joined The Rock in the very last second because he's the final boss and he sold his soul just to get rid of Cody as a champion. Does that make sense?
You're missing it. CM Punk's, have you been watching the product?
Yeah,
CM Punk said himself, he doesn't need to sell his soul to the final boss. He is the devil himself. If CM Punk gets in that main event, it's going to be for CM Punk. CM Punk's going to go in as a rebellious person. He's going to be like, CM Punk, he's going to say, Cody Rhodes, you're the son of fucking Dusty Rhodes. I'm the son of a fucking plumber. Like, I've grinded from nothing, and I'm at the top. And the same thing with John Cena. You've been handed everything. And the same thing with The Rock. He's not going to go in and be like, I'm with The Rock. I sold my soul. He's going to go into that match if he does. as his own person, but as a heel, but he's against everyone. He's a rebellious, like Stone Cold was when he was a heel. So, like before he turned face for the first time. The point is that no, I don't see him just going, oh, I'm gonna embrace The Rock and then low blow Cody like John Cena did. No, I think he goes into that match on his own terms.
All I know is that we're in for cinema.
That is cinema.
That one, I have to agree with Lamar on that one. Lamar's idea sounds a lot better. It makes more sense.
Roach comes in and drops a pipe bomb in the modern day, like a true, like he's been dropping minor pipe, like pieces of a pipe bomb. Comes in and does that in WrestleMania, going against everyone. The Rock, like he did, called him bald frauds, Cena, and Rhodes for the fact that Rhodes is carried by his family name. It's over, and then wins the title and walks out, cashing in his chips in Vegas.
All we know is that this is about to get really good, and we're in for surprises. Speaking of surprises, you know, at the ending of last year's WrestleMania with the Bloodline rules, is there a good possibility we're going to see some other people jump into the match? They've hinted that Stone Cold Steve Austin might be one of the names. He lives in Nevada. He's advertised for the, you know, the photo ops for Fanatics.
Wait.
He's going to be at
did you guys hear that?
WrestleMania. Yeah.
Did you hear that? Did you hear that?
Stone Cold Steve Austin.
The problem is who would jump in that we didn't see last year.
Last year was also Bloodline rules, and this
I
year
know.
there is no Bloodline rules unless they turn into this crazy idea of like no holds barred or like no rules whatsoever when The Rock comes out, right? There is a possibility.
I could honestly see like the Rock
and
like
making rules on his own.
Yeah, making rules on his own.
Yeah, I can see that. Telling the referee go fuck himself and this is my company. I do whatever the fuck I want.
That was a fun.
Stone Cold's gonna come out, drink a few stabilizers, and drop The Rock on that stack of dimes he calls a neck, Hollywood ass. And then I'm gonna do the same to John Cena when Cena tries to do this "you can't see me" crap. Y'all remember what I did to him at Tribute to Troops? What? Tribute what? To the troops. What?
What?
I'ma whip his ass.
What? How many
and
beers
that's
you
the
gonna
bottom
drink?
line. Oh, you want to know about that? Hold on. I'm going to drink me 2 beers. What? 3 beers.
What?
4 beers.
What?
5 beers.
What?
6 beers. 7 beers. 8
What?
beers. Tequila.
What?
Cocktail.
What?
And a Bloody Mary.
What?
And when I do it, I'm going to watch Cody Rhodes win the WWE Championship again. And we're going to do a toast. And we going off the air, keeping everyone happy. Because that's the bottom line. Because Stone Cold said so.
Let me say this. I think Cena's going to win it.
Okay.
I think that's going to happen at WrestleMania.
Yeah, like I said, you know, Lamar gave his ideas, I gave my ideas, you gave your ideas, right? This can honestly go so many different ways. It's not like your previous WrestleManias where Vince McMahon used to big. This is turning out to be another Mania that is packed with unpredictable outcomes. And it's all because of the planted seeds leading into Mania. So many predictable possibilities, but we don't know which one, and that can also twist and turn into something else. Isn't that right, guys?
Yes, my friend. John Cena could win and go into pay-per-views and say fight Randy Orton one last time.
Yeah.
So I mean, we do not know what could happen.
Yep, that too. That's a big possibility as well. I totally agree with that.
My Indian friend.
Randy Orton, hell, if you want another old timer, Randy Orton could be the third member in the group. He's someone who would sell his soul to, you know, be on top again. He's done it multiple times.
Wouldn't that be something?
That would be something.
If you want to know, that is just me.
What about Kevin Owens?
He acts like he's CM Punk already. He's a devil himself. He really don't need no selling. He's already a full-blown heel. But you're wondering what is Kevin Owens gonna be doing? I honestly think Kevin
Miz is going to be the third member. You heard him. He said I would have taken that offer.
Kevin and Randy are gonna be in a match.
Oh yeah, I knew that. I knew that from months ago. But I was thinking, what if Kevin Owens is the sole man?
I don't think he's a fool.
Excuse me, not him. I can't imagine.
I think it might be like Drew McIntyre.
Yeah, Drew McIntyre is still one of the probabilities that I would
Dark
possibly
horse.
pick. Yeah. Surprise
Imagine
return
they do
to
the
Mania?
super swerve and it's Roman Reigns.
Surprise return to Mania? Malachi Black? What do y'all think?
Malachi Black. Maybe.
Malachi Black's gonna come back when Finn Balor wins the Intercontinental Championship.
I could
cool?
honestly see Malachi Black like being like a surprise I can't talk. A surprise new member of the Judgment Day.
New member. Alex Gemini says, imagine Cena versus Orton match at Backlash and finger poke of doom. Holy shit.
Finger poke of doom.
I don't think that would happen.
Oh,
I don't think that would happen in this day of age. I'm sorry. Aleister Black is gonna go to SmackDown.
I can see that if it was like if the World Championship was the main event, like main event Jey Uso, let's say his first main event match, they do that, and John Cena and Randy Orton are like the opener. I could see that. He could be the first member of the Hollywood Cena alliance.
I can't see that happen at Backlash.
I can't see it. Like I said, if it's a scenario I just put out, world title is the main event. John Cena is like near the beginning, near the middle.
Let me say this and go about it. Orton and Cena are both advertised already for Backlash.
Oh, the Backlash. That's cool.
And they're both advertised already for it.
Yeah.
The Illuminati. Alex Gemini just named the tag team. That would be funny. Interesting times, my friend. Interesting times. So,
The Rock is on some Diddy shit.
He really is. That's what I was going to talk about. So, we have the segment coming up on SmackDown. It's going to be Roman Reigns, Seth Rollins, and CM Punk under the same roof. What's the possibility of The Rock possibly showing up? If he doesn't show up this week, what about next week?
He will not show up for those three. He will show up for Cody Rhodes.
I don't see it.
Like, he's not going to show up for this SmackDown. For that big three needs their own, attention. He will show up on a Raw or another SmackDown where Cody Rhodes will be like, I'm coming out to talk to the crowd about John Cena and The Rock. And then The Rock will come out and be like, hey, Cody Rhodes, you think you're going into Mania champion? You're going to lose at Mania, boy. And you're going to feel what it feels like to have your heart broken like mine. You broke my heart twice.
Alex, I did notice that Cena didn't talk about The Rock on Monday Night Raw. Actually, I meant to say, whenever the final boss decides to show up, when it has something to do with Cody Rhodes and Cena, not Roman Reigns or anybody else, for that triple threat match that we're thinking.
I don't think The Rock is going to show up at a European show. To be honest,
what did you say?
I said I don't think The Rock is going to show up at a European show.
Oh my God.
Rock ain't showing up to European like he's
yeah. You know what I meant, like out of the U.S. So,
bro, what are you talking about, dude? The Rock will go anywhere so long as the fans are chanting his name. He's a sucker for that.
Oh my God! Oh shit!
What's making you laugh, PJ?
What he's laughing because the way I said your
Quote
opinion.
it, Pete. Quote it. Quote it, PJ. What exactly made you laugh? Say it.
Your opinion?
Say it. I cannot hear you, my friend.
Oh my god.
I hear Elmo, my friend.
Your opinion.
What is making you laugh, my friend?
All right, let's get back on track. So we talked about everything, right? Surprisingly, we're done within 45 minutes. Is this for real? Do we have nothing else to talk about?
Do we?
Yeah.
There's a few things.
By the way,
Gunther and Jey Uso. What are our thoughts on this now?
Man, okay.
No, listen, hold on, my friend. They are still advertising these two matches. Like, they're not saying which is which yet. They're just both saying Saturday night 1 and Sunday night 2. They're not showing which they are going to be yet. So what do you think that they do with this?
I don't know, man. If
I could honest,
it's night 1.
I'm gonna say this. I think
It's not night 2 main event. Forget that.
I was gonna say a night 2 opener for those two.
Yeah, I would agree with that too.
Because I think the Roman, Punk, and Seth match will be main event of night 1, and then Cena and Cody are gonna be main event of night 2.
He's so over. Can we talk about the fact how internet wrestling community are a bunch of bitches?
Yeah,
a bunch of fat, stupid, ugly, nasty men.
That's my point. If you do that, if you subject them to the opener, then you're gonna just feed those people.
That ain't got nothing to do with
he couldn't get the main. He couldn't get the main event. He ain't main event Jey Uso. He's opener Jey Uso.
Main event Jey Uso. I understand that
opener
is his name, but he's still
opener Jey Uso.
He's still main eventing at Mania. He's one of the main events.
PJ.
He's an opener.
Let me say this. Did any of you guys?
What would you do? Would you like boycott? Be like, oh, I can't believe Jey Uso actually opened up WrestleMania Night 2. I can't. I'm not gonna follow him. I'm not gonna believe that he's the main event Jey Uso after that. You would subject yourself to be the internet wrestling community smart.
Fuck no, I wouldn't.
Yeah, I mean, I still consider him main event Jey Uso. It doesn't matter if he open up. I mean, look at Roman Reigns. He has a main event of WrestleMania for the last consecutive how many WrestleMania main events? Forever. Just because he doesn't main event this WrestleMania doesn't make him not a main eventer. He's a main event attraction to the WrestleMania. He moves tickets. He puts asses in seats, etc. Same thing goes for Jey Uso. He moves so much merchandise. He is one of the biggest babyface. He's over. He's gonna win. He's gonna send crowd home happy. It doesn't need to happen at the end of Mania. He's already got his one sweet moment at Rumble. Now, if he was facing Roman Reigns or somebody else, that may have been a different story. But this is Gunther. This is also a secondary title, not the main title. The main story is still John Cena and Cody Rhodes, especially after what we have already seen, what they're doing with John Cena and Cody Rhodes, which I believe is still the main storyline.
Let me say this: Did anybody see like those posts on Twitter of people crapping on Jey Uso because he botched a suicide dive last night?
I cringed. I was like, ugh. I was like, that was a botch. I was like, don't get hurt, Jay. That's the last thing I want you to do. I think he had so much adrenaline built up. He jumped and he just didn't pay attention to what was happening.
Yeah, so we got people on the internet saying, "Oh, why did Jey Uso botch?" Blah blah blah.
Stuff happens, I guess. You know, he just needs to be more careful. He's a professional. Hopefully, he'll do better. Hello, Mr. Lamar.
Lamar, were you gonna say something?
Oh no, his internet died.
Botch. No, botch.
Huh?
He said no bots.
No botch, okay. But what are your thoughts on the whole situation? What I just mentioned about Jey Uso, mate?
I know he's not going to main event night 2, but I just think it is going to fuel those IWCs.
They're gonna bitch anyways. Like I said, those people, man, they're only the internet bitches that probably have never attended the show. They probably only watched the product, probably bootleg versions.
They've never touched
And
grass. They
Molson-
never had a pussy. Yada yada
I
yada.
mean-
They're the same people that hide behind anime pictures all the fucking time.
And the same people who watch AEW too.
Yeah. I mean, you're hating a man. I mean, look at John Cena. He was very successful. Any crowd noise is a good noise. But overall, Jey Uso, when he enters a crowd or an arena, the music hits, the lights, people are eating. He's a lovable character. Everybody's in love with him. The kids love him. He moves merchandise. End of the story. Wrestling element? He can do a little bit better. He needs to work on his ability a little bit more. I think that WrestleMania matchup is going to be better.
I mean, think about
Jey
it.
Uso's doesn't have a good wrestler. What?
Think about it this way.
Who would ever say that? It's not like someone over here said that for a while now.
Think
For a
about it
year
this
now.
way. John Cena had five moves of doom for the longest time. All Jey Uso is basically his moveset is a super kicks and a spiel and a splash. Like, bro, I like Jey.
Cena was a solid wrestler. Jey Uso was like,
like
Alex Jimenez says, PJ, how was social media when Daniel Bryan won at WrestleMania 30? They chewed Daniel Bryan and they spit him out when they didn't want him. I get what you're saying. I think Jey Uso's situation might be a little bit different. He has been white hot for a little while now. He's kept his character relevant. I think it's not like WWE hasn't given us what we wanted. They made him IC champion. He's been the Rumble winner. All those things. Daniel Bryan's story was like a pivot towards to the end. It was kind of like if I was to compare that to the whole Rock, Roman, Cody situation from last year. But this time around, like Jey Uso's like they've known about this, that he's a white hart character. So I honestly think that he's gonna stay a babyface for a little while.
that's the thing is it's not Daniel Bryan didn't get stripped of his titles because of the fans switching their opinion. They never did. It was WWE. WWE wanted that moment, and then immediately they were discussing. Vince was like, "Wow, we're gonna transition to Roman. You're gonna drop the titles to Roman."
Wait,
so the plan was before he got injured by Kane was he was just gonna drop the titles to Roman eventually anyway. So like they were already transitioning to the next guy. WWE was not the fans. So I mean, I don't know, man. Same thing could happen to Jey. I think that's what he's saying.
I don't like what WWE did with Daniel Bryan. During that title run, I'm not gonna that has a bad taste in my mouth for the longest time.
Yeah.
Taste.
Either ways, we all know that Jey Uso is not gonna main event at the WrestleMania. Not
so he's open out of Jey Uso, guys.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, he could very well end night 1 WrestleMania if you think about it.
I still don't see that.
My friend.
That triple threat match is way bigger, in my opinion, right now.
It's way big old ball.
Yeah. Well,
what if Gunther has a squash match?
Either ways, we're pretty excited for WrestleMania. This is why we've come together to talk about this stuff, because it's the most exciting time of the year. A lot of unpredictable stuff happening, although with a lot of predictable outcomes, and that's why we want to discuss all these outcomes. Rey Mysterio should sell his soul. Remnants just said that.
Rey Mysterio is a lifelong babyface. I don't think he's ever going to turn heel.
Yeah.
That's what they said about John Cena.
Yeah, that's what they said about John Cena, but Ray's different, in my
You
opinion.
you saw the just off topic, saw the screenshot of or a picture of Dominic Mysterio holding the Intercontinental Championship, and then they compare that to Latino Heat Eddie Guerrero, like spitting image.
I saw that picture.
So,
yeah, it is splitting image.
We could be possibly seeing him as a champion, maybe.
No.
Lamar says straight up no. Damn, he didn't even give him a chance, bro.
I don't see that happening for a little longer. I think maybe at the end.
Not unless they do like a 6-man like something, and next thing you know,
I could see that happening by Survivor Series, him holding the title.
I need y'all to stop comparing Dominic Mysterio to Eddie Guerrero. The most they got comparison is like visual, hairstyle, and mustache.
You know what? I'm honestly talking about the visual comparisons only. I think they want us to compare these things, the path for Dominic Mysterio, so to speak.
Obviously,
like dropping hints like, "Hey, Intercontinental Champion. Like this is what happened before Eddie Guerrero acquired the championship. This could be possibly happening with Dominic Mysterio because look at this picture." Just dropping hints. WWE likes to play the cinematic game quite a lot now these days. They like to drop hints for long games, and that way you can just, because they know internet keeps up with this stuff. They know, I don't know if you know this or not, you probably have already caught on to this. Vince McMahon didn't do this a lot, but Triple H, oh my gosh, he'll have like 3 segments backstage, and in that segment, in the backdrop there's hints, or in the backdrop there's something going on. Liv Morgan and Dominic Mysterio are having sex in the background. They get caught red-handed, and we're talking about it weeks down the road, or something along the lines. Even like watching NXT, there were like 2 segments, and in the background there was something going on. It's like they play a long game.
They're having sex in the background, and they get caught. Bro, what are you watching? What porn are you watching?
No, but I'm just saying figuratively. That's
I
what
see.
they do.
I see what you're saying, and yeah, Triple H has been doing that.
Yeah, Triple H has been doing that quite a lot, even on NXT. I feel like Triple H and Shawn Michaels are on the same game plan.
I don't know about NXT, but I don't know about NXT because I
watched NXT today, and they were doing that same shit today in the background.
I'm just saying I don't usually watch NXT. Yeah. I'll usually watch clips because I'm busy doing shit.
But either ways, they like to drop hints in the background, and that's a given fact. And you never know, we might see something for Dominic Mysterio down the road, especially IC champion. Okay, I think that's it for today's discussion. We can come back and discuss more after Monday Night Raw.
Yes, my friend.
That's my friend.
SmackDown and Monday Night Raw. Yeah, we can probably wait for either SmackDown or Raw, depending on whichever one's going to be big. If SmackDown is not as big, if I think that I don't have a whole lot of thoughts, I might wait until Raw. Unless
my friend, CM Punk, Roman Reigns, and Seth Rollins, you don't think that's going to be big?
100% is going to be big. That's why I'm saying that match needs to be more than just a triple threat match. That needs to be effective. Like, that match is going to affect the main event of WrestleMania. That's why that match is going to be big. I don't think it's just a simple
listen, my friend. You said we're going to wait either SmackDown or Raw. I'm telling you, that is going to be big enough to talk about immediately on SmackDown. Those 3, you don't even have to say what they're going to do. It is going to be big enough to talk about.
I agree with Lamar on that one. It's going to be big to talk about.
We know it is going to. We need bigger stipulation. We talked about.
Remnant said, "PJ, I could see them doing your idea. CM Punk selling out, maybe an NWO group with Cena and CM Punk and The Rock. I don't see that happening. I'll say this: no groups. That's not happening. That the group thing is just a temporary thing, just aligning themselves to show off one time. Like, look, I have aligned with the dark side or the corporate or the greediness or the sellout just to go up against your babyface character. That is the only thing that I can think of.
Groups.
But I don't think there's going to be any groups, for that matter, that we can see over and over again popping up. I mean, how many times does The Rock show up, if you think about it, you know?
Right, no groups.
Yeah. I don't think I can see CENA and Punk come out over and over again on Monday Night Raw just to show how cool they are. I don't think there's going to be any group plans for them. No groups, my friend. No groups.
No group.
No group, my friend.
No groups.
No groups.
Okay. Alrighty, folks. Well, I guess we shall wait until SmackDown to see what's the outcome of that.
Yes, my friends.
And then
Yes,
we
my
can
friends.
talk about more stuff later down the road. Well, this was a fun episode to record. 1 hour into it. Exactly.
For sure.
Yeah, it was really fun. I enjoyed having my faults.
Yeah.
Your farts?
But you know what I meant, faults.
Oh my god.
Oh, man.
Alright, guys. Seth Rollins coming out in his Shield gear, half dead. Yep. That's what happened last year. Alright, guys. Well, thank you guys for watching. I will see you guys next time. Peace soup. Y'all have a